Hey Sam, going back to what you said about taking a loan from your company and paying it back, how do you pay it back when you take no salary? It's a good question. So how you do it is you take it depends what country you're in, but every country will release a rate which you have to pay in interest to make it legal. Because otherwise, I mean, all the billionaires would just take all their money out and they'd just say it's a loan, and then they would never have to pay any tax. And they'd never have to pay it back. So in America, the IRS releases it, and it's called the AFR rate, and it's a number that the IRS releases, and it tells you how much you must pay in interest for your loan to be legal. And so typically, it depends on the size of the loan and the term of the loan and everything. You can pretty much factor in, it's going to be the AFR. It'll probably be like 1.2%, 1.5%. So it'll be roughly 1.2 to 1.5 in America. So that means you can take out the loan from the company. Like, let's say I want $1 million from my company. I can just take $1 million out. Got it. Now I need to make the loan agreements. So I just get an attorney to just type up a loan agreement, sign it. Then I sign it on the other end as the company. And then for it to be a legal loan, it has to have an interest rate. And the interest rate has to be legal, which is AFR rate. So it's 1.5%. And then there's no principal repayments. So I don't need to repay the loan. All I need to do is pay the interest, which will just be 1.2% of $1 million. And that can be paid like annually and only once a year. And so depends on what I'm doing. If it's like let's say I need the money personally and it's going to be paid back within a year. Well, then I can take the money, use it, then I can pay it back to the company, and then just pay the interest. I might not even need to pay the interest if it hasn't gone a year. So then it's done. But if I'm going to need it for more than a year, and I'm not going to pay back the principal, then all I need to do is pay the interest. And you'll have to take a salary each year that is decent enough to just pay the interest, which isn't much. But the main thing I think you're getting at is that you're thinking about repaying the principal, but you don't have to repay the principal. You can have a loan that lasts forever. The only thing and it never needs to be paid back, but it just needs to have interest on it. Does that make sense? They definitely don't teach you how to do that in any online courses I've seen.